Alright, greetings again YouTube. It's a grave mistake here. That, as promised, I'm gonna go ahead and show you an easy, cheap way to refinish your rifle if it gets damaged. Sorry, I can't tell where I'm aiming this thing. But, and this is a permanent solution. This is something you don't have to keep redoing over and over and over. It's a one-time fix, basically. And it's a good quality fix. But let me show you what happened. Went out to the range, and after I went out to the range, it was raining real bad, and I can't even remember what happened, but I ended up having to run right back. And I know it probably looks way worse on this camera than it really is. None of it actually ever pitted. It's just barely on the surface. But it had rained, and I was in a rush and came back and put it away and went and dealt with the emergency that I had. But I will show you how to fix this. I'm actually just going to be removing this bipod. I have a way sturdier bipod, but to be honest, 90% of the time I shoot without a bipod. It's a lot more reliable shooting without one. But this is a Savage Model 11 in a .308 caliber. Once you get to know me, once you really get to know me, I like to reach out and touch some stuff at some further distances, and I'm actually a pretty stickler on accuracy. So believe it or not, I actually prefer a 7mm mag Weatherby or a 7mm mag rim, a 270 or a 243. I know there's a lot of controversy about 243 with a lot of people that, oh, it's only a varmint rifle, but I actually will put this out there. Anybody that thinks they would like to do a shoot-off challenge with me, using a .308 or higher if they want to, I will shoot against you with a 243 or a 270, depending on how far we got to reach. And and we'll just say we'll definitely post that to YouTube. When it comes to accuracy and it comes to range, a .308, a .338 Lapua, you're not going to be able to. And I know a lot of people are huge fans of the .338 Lapua due to video games, but I didn't learn to shoot off of video games. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do is, one of the first things is we're going to go ahead and remove the optics. I actually have a different scope for this. This is a pretty basic scope. There's not a lot of frills to it, but it'll get the job done. And we're going to be removing the optics, and after we remove the optics, we're actually going to just go ahead and remove the stock, which actually turns out to be very simple. All you're going to have to do is remove this bolt. And for all you gun Nazis that are out there, yes, it is unloaded and the magazine is not in it. But we're going to remove the bolt, and then there's two screws right up underneath here that we're going to be removing. And then basically the assembly is just going to come right out the stock. And that's really going to give us access to everything we need, because it looks like all the damage is just right up through here on the barrel, basically where it was sticking out from the chute. But we'll go ahead and check underneath the stock, make sure there's no other rust anywhere, no other surface rust, and we're going to go ahead and coat the whole damn thing. So let me go ahead and get that done, and I will get back to you. Alright, then you should end up at this point right here. As you can tell, all the rust is gone. There is no pitting. I went ahead and hit it with some steel wool to make sure I got all the scratches out from the actual sanding. And there are some people that like to just leave it at this point. I don't. I want some protection on here so I never have to worry about this again, because I shoot in all weather, all kind of conditions. Yeah, you can Duracoat, and there's all sorts of other techniques and methods, but I've actually ran into some problems with some Duracoat, not with the company itself or that actual product. It's just with the type of shooting that I do, I will run into some problems. Well, what I found that literally works the best, and if you never want to have to run into this problem again, it's a very, very simple, easy solution. Rust-Oleum high heat. And you can get this in any colors. It doesn't even have to be a flat color. They make high glosses and everything. And the high glosses do have some flex in it. If you were ever in the auto industry, you know that metal and fiberglass and plastics, they all have to have flex in the paint, and if they don't have flex in the paint, then it will just break. The nice thing about this is it does have some flex in it, so it's not going to just break off like a lot of your other paints will over time. It actually does have an anti-rust agent in it, and I do a lot of shooting. It's not like I do 1 or 2 shots and that's it. I'll actually go to the point where I have to slow down and be a little more cautious to make sure I don't warp my barrel with how much I will end up shooting through this. So high heat is definitely a must. Well, let me go ahead and get this taped off, and then I'll show you what that looks like, and then we will come back. Look at that Accu trigger. I'm not going to get into the political debate about these. They have their pluses and their minuses. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get that done for you, and I will be back. All right. Now, basically, one of the easiest ways to do this is you take your tape, you put it on the edge of a piece of paper, and then you basically roll the piece of paper around what you're trying to protect. It really is one of the easiest ways to tape off without having to use a lot of tape. Very simple method. We use it in the auto industry all the time. But now that we got this all together, we ran a piece of copper wire through the center. String would have worked great. I just couldn't find any. But I didn't want to use steel because I didn't want to mess anything up on the inside. I didn't want it rubbing around. And the nice thing about using wire is you don't have to worry about tying it off. You can just wrap it off. It makes it a lot easier. But we're going to go get this hung up, and then we're going to go ahead and hit it with the can. Well, fellas, it's raining outside. So I guess we're going to have to do this in a few minutes or so. I got one of my buddies bringing over a PX4 Storm. We'll go ahead and get a review on that, and we'll probably hit maybe a Raven or something a little different that a lot of people don't do a lot of reviews on. So stay tuned, and well, to you, I know all the videos are going to be linked together, just pop, so you won't really notice. But it sucks for me. I got to wait until this rain clears up. But yeah, the wife will kill me if I rattle something in the house. But hopefully we'll get some other reviews going here in just a moment. I will be back. Alright, greetings one more time here. I just wanted to show you the finish that you get. Sorry it's dark where I got it hanging right this second to finish curing. But as you can see, there is no rust. It's nice and even all the way through. The color comes out great. And here in a minute I will go ahead, put it all back together, and let you see the finished product. Alright, here we go. Here's the final project. The final product, not project. Rifles are always an ongoing project. It's like a car or a muscle car. It never ends. You just got to keep beefing it. I am going to have to find my other optics and put them on here that I have for this that finally came in. But as you can see, there's no rust. It's a beautiful even finish. This finish will actually be tougher and more rugged than the original finish, and it's non-reflective. The only time it'll be reflective is if you get oil on it, and you could tell where I got a little bit of oil after I was messing with it right there. Not much, but I mean, to me, well, to anybody, it's a real cheap, easy way to take, to care for them. I prefer it this way, to be honest. I just sometimes don't have the heart to just get in there and just start really digging in on them. But hopefully this helps somebody out there. If you have any questions or comments, don't be afraid to post them. And I don't know if my other video made it up yet, but I definitely still have the challenge out there. Anybody that wants to meet up at a range, I'm in South Texas. I'm on the coast. If you really want to try to do it, give me a call and we'll put something together. But besides that, this is it. Hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe. We got a lot more to come. All right. Thank you.